Removed as bridesmaid, then asked to sub in as the photographer. Welcome to Storytime. We're here again for another day of stories from around Reddit and the internet. Let's jump right in. Am I the asshole for ditching my friend's wedding after she removed me as a bridesmaid and wanted me to sub for the photographer? O to A for Life has posted this. Let's get into it. Ayla, 26 female, was set to be a bridesmaid in my friend Deidre's 26 female's wedding. She had five bridesmaids in total, including me. We met in high school and moved back to our mutual hometown area a few years later. I'm 6'1", and my nickname has always been Big Bird. Word to Big Bird. While the other girls and Deidre are about 5'4" to 5'6" or so. I have a Nikon DSLR and have always liked to casually take pictures for my social media, which I did of all of us in the time leading up to the wedding. The day of the wedding, the paid photographer, Jenny, was on site at Deidre's massive church but was sick. She has said she had eaten something that didn't agree with her, that she could power through, and she's done COVID tests, so it wasn't that. But ultimately, she had to leave. Shortly after she left, and before we were supposed to head towards the sanctuary, Deidre asked me to walk around the perimeter of the church to make sure that the entrances were all labeled and that no one was lost. So I did that in my dress and tennis shoes and made it back in about 15 minutes. By the time I got back into the bridal suite, it was nearly time to head into the foyer. As I walked in, everyone was quiet and staring at me. Uh-oh. Deidre's fiance's sister Ashley, who hadn't been sure if she could make the wedding, was there as well. Deidre said that since Jenny was gone, they didn't have a wedding photographer. She wanted to give my bridesmaid dress to Ashley and take photos with my Nikon, since no one wanted to just have pictures on their iPhones. Everybody swarmed me and started helping me out of my dress, pulling the rhinestone combs out of my hair, and Deidre took back the bridesmaid's gift of the matching Tiffany bracelet we were wearing during the wedding to put on Ashley. Everyone said this was a much better plan and started hyping up my photography skills. They were also saying this would be great because the wedding party would look uniform now, and the moms were saying that it would be great to include all the family girls as bridesmaids. Deidre said that I would be able to eat after everyone else and that she wasn't sure where Ashley had been sitting for dinner, but it wouldn't matter because I wouldn't need to sit down anyways. This has gotta be fake. That was all very rushed, and I didn't have time to think. But I was immediately pretty hurt by the demand that I had be responsible for not only the wedding photography for free, but that everyone was implying that I'd make pictures look weird if I was in them, and that I'd be okay with not having a seat at all or a chance to eat. I told Deidre that I wasn't a professional photographer and that I didn't know what I was doing. But she just kept saying, "You'll do great, and I'm sure it'll be good," while everyone continued to get ready. I picked up all my stuff, said I had to take it out to the car, then drove home. Am I the asshole? Absolutely not. That is, it's ridiculous. Um, yeah, I got nothing else to say about that. That's ridiculous. Like, no, you're not the asshole. That would be that would be that would be painful just to have that happen. No, so you're definitely not the asshole. Um, Torchwood 4, 20,000 upvotes, says not the asshole. You're literally uninvited to the wedding and forced into being an unpaid employee instead. The description of them helping you out of your dress brings to mind the scene in Disney Cinderella when her stepsisters tear her dress off and leave her in rags. I hope it didn't feel like that when they did that to you. That was just horrible. Right? OP responded to that and said, "Thanks. I didn't feel that bad, but it didn't feel good. I was just shocked, and at the time, I felt I needed to pitch in or make it work somehow because I was in problem solving mode. Then, as we kept going and Deidre kept explaining what she wanted me to do, alternating with everyone's compliments made me feel hurt. It was also kind of weird being the only one undressed while they were looking at me, but I had my own clothes on quickly." right? And then it's not surprising that it made you feel hurt because what they did and said was extremely hurtful. Yeah, that is wow. Okay, one last comment respectfully. So many underscore bridge 4619 says respectfully. I believe that this sort of thing is an experience that is mostly unique to he or she who fills a role of the underappreciated overachiever. Do your role and suck it up. The needs of the group outweigh your own. Stop resisting. Shut up and get in line. No, that's your role. Don't worry about the rest of us. Positive and negative reinforcement deployed in close conjunction to confuse and shape outcomes. It's extremely powerful, and it really does sound like OP responded maturely and sensibly by staying calm, stabilizing the situation, and bouncing ASAP. Yep, the relationship is probably ruined now, but I suspect that if OP does some reflection, she may well recall experiences similar to this one happening a lot. Interesting. Well, yeah, that's 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 tough. What do you guys think? Right? Like, is it that went that that escalated quickly as Ron Burgundy said. She went from being a bridesmaid and then turned into a photographer, then no place to sit, and then basically unpaid labor in a matter of moments, right? So I would think, like, was that a friendship to begin with? Here's a question, because I don't know, like, if that person was truly your friend, that they would think that way, right? They would consider your feelings, but also having, again, being a wedding DJ and seeing how intense emotions are when I DJ weddings, it's plausible that in the moment that people say stuff and do stuff. So let me know what you think in the comments. Is she the asshole for leaving, or does she have right to feel like she was, basically disrespected, right? It helped her out of the dress, took back the took back the Tiffany bracelet, and then asked her to be a photographer, and then furthermore doesn't have a place to sit and eat and has to eat after everyone else, because that's what happens when you're staff, you eat after everyone else, right? So she basically got seriously demoted in a matter of minutes. So let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Storytime. I'll see you tomorrow.